assuming there'd be a vote or council of some variety that makes the decision.
She nods. There are 3 approvals that she needs. The Commissar of Games and the Magister. And I believe, she thinks for a moment, a majority vote from the heads of all the Ludi.
Is there an order to the approvals, or is one blocking specifically, or has it just been stonewalled altogether?
She does not have any support.
You wouldn't even go forth with the first one until you knew you could succeed all 3. The loss of face would be unrecoverable.
She has, with her own winnings from the gladiatorial arena and championship, started up her own school. There's nothing that says that she cannot train others to fight. But no one will take her matches. Or at least our matches. This is the first time that I managed to fight at my mistress's side. Only because she entered and I did as a, well, independent.
Interesting.
Lady fight, lady fight.
It doesn't make sense.
You're a smart one, aren't you? You too. Smart bird.
Perhaps that isn't a bit of an idea. If the objection is that of a patriarchal nature, then maybe a female versus female battle might assuage the consciences of some of the involved parties.
Sure, but where? Fight in the streets, says Sonia?
No. That would not do. There must be a way around this. It will take some time. Mercenaries are used in fights. He looks over at the other table. So getting your warriors on the field of battle is something that can most definitely happen. It is getting them on the field in under the right banner that will be more difficult.
An interesting thought, says Cella. Maeve comes back over. We're done here. May your man win, if that is what you wish, says Maeve to Magnus.
Oh, yes. Almost forgot.
If he deserves it and he's honorable, then let it be. If not, let him die.
She kind of salutes to that.
What the hell?
Sonia, Cella. And Sonia gives Magnus his hand a squeeze.
Yeah.
Whispers to Magnus that she'll see him later.
Yeah.
Cella gets
Careful.
up. It was a pleasure meeting all of you.
Sense motive.
Thank you, Cella, again.
She is one that I think doesn't put all the things on the end of the sleeve. 10.
She is a wise woman that is well respected because of her healing arts. She has seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
And assumed a motherly tone when she was speaking to you. A motherly, knowing tone. Master Phineas, she says. She shows deference to Phineas because he's an imperial. Like, he's not just a subject, he's an imperial. And you're not too sure whether she's a slave or not, but she does follow the warriors out.
How much longer until Pennywise is up again?
I don't know. Phineas, just because you know the answer to the question doesn't mean you should answer it.
Why?
Especially
Otherwise
when...
the words get filled with ignorance, and that's no good for anyone.
No,
That's why
sometimes
these
you ask questions.
barbarians are as backwards as they are.
Sometimes you ask questions to see what other people know, not what you know.
Why would you not want them to know?
Fork tongue, fork tongue.
Yes, he's a
Yes.
snake. We all know.
No, there are multiple reasons for knowing. You are only thinking about what is factual. There's also what people think or interpret.
Yes, I don't care what they think or interpret. I care what's factual. Is there a schedule for the matches somewhere I can find? Or is this just...
Yes. And Ashoka is directing him to a part of the stadium, and he doesn't know what the fuck is there. Yes, and he describes somewhere over here where they're described as being stinky.
No, that makes no sense. It would be nearby where the gladiators are.
Well, eventually, like, people are just calling in, like, next fight. Like, so, like there is no schedule down here. There is the board outside. You do see there's a pile of bodies, and there's some guards, and Sir Prentice is there. Oh, you. Come to gloat, have you?
No, why would I gloat?
I'm sure you're making a lot of money off of me.
Yes,
How much
we
money
made
are you
six-
making off of me?
We made 6,000 talents off your first match.
No, not 6,000 talents. Jesus Christ, it's like 1 million gold pieces. 6 million.
You're an idiot. That's what he says.
You look fatigued out there.
I'm a bit tired, yes. I
I've
can't
got
say
a
that
little
Cell
bit of a
really...
pick-me-up.
He shuts up at that?
Gives him a dose of flay leaf. It
What is-
helps fight fatigue.
What does Flayleaf do?
I just remember it helps with focusing and fatigue. So, I can't find it right now. Someone's
He's
got
giving him Adderall.
Inhaled or ingested for 1 hour. He has a +2 alchemical bonus on saves against mind-affecting effects and fatigue. Okay. I don't think it gets rid of fatigue, but had to make a roll for fatigue, it makes him temporarily feel better though.
Make less likely to be exhausted.
And he takes 1 wisdom damage. So we'll just
And-
give him...
Does it have a chance of being addictive?
Yep. The fort save is DC 12.
Yep.
You can go ahead and roll that, Mark, because you're feeding him drugs. Drugs.
Perfect. This is a good idea.
His fort save
You know
is
what?
+4.
This is a good idea. You
Okay.
go with this idea.
And his wisdom of
4?
10, so he actually has a 9 wisdom right now.
12. You made it.
Okay, yeah, he takes a puff of your weird cigarette. I feel better already, he says.
I use it to get through long nights in the books, you know.
He's kind of leaning forward to get some more.
Yeah, he splits it with him.
Okay,
You
the
know,
Grand Duke's men just turn their heads off to the side. They don't
Yeah.
have any care that you were feeding a cigarette to him. So, Ashoka says, if I kill enough of them, yeah, how many do I need to kill?
I'm sorry, how many what do you need to kill?
How many of these fucking bastards do I need to kill before I get some proper respect? And then, you know, and he's like winking. The guards are right beside him.
He looks at the guards and he's like, well, it's occurred to me, having watched the matches today, that it's the method by which, and you're very good, by the way, you're very good.
Aren't I? He says.
Yes, you're gonna be a star.
I never thought that all of my training out of paranoia to keep gladiators from murdering me in my sleep would have come into such handy. These warriors have never fought a proper swordsman in their lives. They don't stand a chance. Oh, give me a little bit more. He's all chained up, so he can't fucking he can't smoke with his arms extended like that. He just goes into a long cough. It's good.
That you do the left-hand side.
I'm not sure if this is what marijuana. This sounds like a much more serious drug.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Flay leaf is a minor addictive drug with the effects of for 1 hour you gain a +2 alchemical bonus on saves against mind-affecting effects and a +2 bonus against fatigue effects.
It's Adderall or
But
something
it does
like long-lasting-
it does 1 wisdom damage, so
maybe like a heroin, like an opiate. It's like an opioid
yeah.
because it's something that focuses you, but also makes your mind a little tougher to hack.
It's like a mixture of tobacco and
Phineas-
like an
Phineas
Adderall
starts
sort of
in-
thing.
Phineas starts an opioid crisis in Vaddapol. He would too. He would.
The lawful neutral Phineas has his vices.
It's legal and they pay for it, so.
The destruction of other cultures aside from the Imperials has its cost.
Meh.
So Prentice Pennywise, I think I'm ready for my next fight. Anytime now, you fucks! Anytime!
Excuse me, he's ready. Like, Phineas doesn't know. He thinks maybe this might
Yep.
work. He's ready to fight now.
The Grand Dukes men they kind of look at you. They hold their opinions to themselves. They don't respond to you. Like, one's looking at you, but he's not responding to you.
Have I ever heard them speak?
Yeah. They give commands to Sir Prentice. They kind of roughshod him a lot, though. It's kind of like instead of telling him what to do, they kind of like lead him
Shove
around,
him in, yeah.
shove him around and stuff. These are 2 serious men. You wouldn't want to play poker with them.
Is there a schedule somewhere?
I don't know. We're here to make sure he doesn't escape. Duke's orders.
Right. Well, good job.
Prentice gives you a look.
Did they tell you who you're up after?
I don't know, but I know this one's going to be the really tough one. Yeah, because I'm going to show them I'm a veteran. I'm veteran. I'm a motherfucking veteran.
Ah, he's ready. All right.
All right, there's some other fights going on. Apparently, there's some other butchering of bandits, people who are like a bandit gang that was condemned, that was captured outside raiding goodly citizens' homes, and like 6 of them were captured, and they get run down by the Knights of Vaddapol. There is a grudge match between 2 opposing schools of the same monastery of the Fallen. Bunch of monks doing battle against each other. Lots of katas and flips and kicks and other things.
He jumps like there's a wire attached to him.
He kicked like 10 times, like he was on an invisible
You know that
bicycle.
bicycle kicking in the air makes you jump higher?
Right. In the evening, they do finally call out Prentice Pennywise, and I think we're going to roll randomly on a chart to figure out what his opponent is. I will let the stream roll randomly. Let me grab the table first before I call out which dice need to be rolled. Which criminal?
Phineas thinks swashbuckler. Lucas thinks fighter.
Okay, we're going to go with a martial class, so a D12.
Cavalier.
I need a D12. First D12 I see from the stream. 5 is a gladiator. Ooh.
That's kind of a given.
Proper gladiator. All right. I'm going to grab one of these guys. All right. Once again, and his third match of the day, the ne'er-do-well from the Imperial City, your favorite warrior who makes the cloud and sky rain pennies. Yeah, there's some commotion in the crowd again as people have found other things to throw down, given that their pockets are no longer full. Ended the day of drinking. Some of them are throwing bits of bread. You do notice that lots of people are snacking, like they gave out free bread into the crowds during the last battle, which is fueling them forward. There's lots of drunk people. The crowd is unruly. They're throwing things down on the nobles. People are getting kicked out. There's some drunk people running forward to throw things, and a couple of them have fallen in. The crowds are just getting to the point where
Phineas is glad he's moved down to the veins at this point.
Yep. Magnus, are you watching the fight, or are you
Yeah.
Okay, Magnus is moving up.
Watching.
Are his gladiators watching, or are they sticking back?
Yeah, you can come if you like.
Droll stays with the wine,
He's pretty good.
grabs more wine and comes with you, and Bull interprets that as come here.
Yeah, sure. Ashoka is going to put the shield extract in Prentice's pocket.
Okay. Much obliged. Much obliged.
Do well.
And we have Boros the Boar. You may remember him from his battle against the Triples of the Imperial City, and how he sliced those thieves in twain. But now he appears before you in a condemned match as Boros has raised a hand against his master and has been condemned to death.
Boros. Actually, pennies.
Okay,
Let's see.
After this match, we have him introduced as Pretty Prentice. Pennywise.
Pretty Prentice, the penny pincher.
Yeah, he'll be the gorgeous George of the gladiatorial arena.
All right, so the crowd is indifferent towards towards this gladiator. He's in heavy armor, like breastplate. He's got a tower shield and a gladius, and a big helm. I will die if the gods demand it, but I'll take as many of you with me as I can. He's trying to pump up the crowd as Prentice Pennywise is being just sort of dragged out. They toss his blade forward and undo the chains. Come on, pretty man! Says this Boros guy. Come and face me! Come and face me! Basically, I can make his build basically a fighter. Just to do it quickly. We want a fighter, a veteran tier fighter.
Roll well. And take that extract.
Well, the thing is, he's also
Pennywise is One Punch Man.
It's like
One Punch.
you've got a condition and you've got no gear and you start in a compromised position.
He's also not all there.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, the wisdom damage. He's not going up against Ashoka.
No, but he's level what for?
No, their levels are equivalent, right? It's a level equivalent fight. It's the fact that the other guy's got
Gear.
In hand.
Gear in hand.
Okay, his initiative isn't all that great, which is good for Sir Prentice Pennywise. He's got a +1 on his initiative. Boros, he gets a 12 total.
Prentice Pennywise gets a 12 as well, but he
Okay,
goes
he
faster
goes first.
because...
So Prentice
Yep.
Pennywise will 5 step, or just pick up his sword, I guess, and then
Pick
what?
up the sword and pop out the extract. Like, pull out the extract into his hand.
Okay. The trained warrior hunkers down behind his his
Guards
big tower
bugger off,
shield.
or they
Oh yeah,
still-
the guards unleash the chains and they bugger off a
They're
little
going to
bit.
end up dead if they stay that close.
They undo the chains and then they back away, and now they've got their guns out.
Yeah.
Boros. Apparently the Duke's men are allowed to have guns in the arena. Interesting. Boros is going to double move forward. Actually, he's going to move forward and ready. He's just got a ready attack.
Okay.
Inching behind his tower shield.
Drink the shield. And he's going to...
What was that you drank, you fucking coward? Yells Boros.
Says the guy in breastplate.
Yep,
Sorry,
breastplate.
needed to quench my thirst.
You'll quench it with your own blood. Come on! Ding, ding, ding. Bangs his
And
gladius against the shield.
he's going to basically move around a bit.
Oh yeah, they dragged off this body. Sorry. However,
He's
they
not
left
trying to
this,
hide around for cover. He's
they
just
left this.
moving.
They left the spear in the sand. Okay, Boros is going to inch forward and attack. I
Okay.
think Prentice had it ready. You said.
No, he drank.
Oh, okay. So he inches forward and he's going to attack. So this guy has a plus 14 to hit. -2 for the tower shield. There's a plus 12. And he's going to power attack.
Kind of want him dead, to be honest.
Plus 10. Okay,
Okay.
he slices at you with a gladius, AC 26.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
I think I have to declare that I'm using the panache right away. Like, because I don't think it takes my time to roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's he's trying to block it, like do the thingy.
Mhm.
Yep.
27. Haha, I do the thingy.
Okay,
And you get-
he came
and
in
you
with
get
with a wild swing, and you just sort of stepped in and sort of like found yourself back to his tower shield
And then
with the
critical
blade
threat
in,
on my
and-
riposte.
and then you swipe down towards his groin area as you're pulling your blade back and coming back into a
AC
more
28
defensive
to confirm.
pose. Okay, so this guy in his armor
Wow, dude.
has plus 6, so 16 with Dex is 17 with his tower shield is a AC 21. So yeah, you basically rake your sword from hilt all the way to tip as you're running it into his groin.
84.
Into his nether region, basically gelding this guy. Prentice Pennywise with his gladius is going to critical threat and
Not a
critical
bull
hit.
no more. having improved critical at 5th level is kind of bullshit.
84 is an amazing critical plus 1 bleed.
Fuck.
You won the fight. You fucking won the fight.
3d6 plus 9 plus 6
Shit,
plus
man.
6. 27 damage
And 1 bleed.
and a bleed.
Okay, he is not bloodied because of this.
I'll make a check to see if I get another victory point. 29.
Okay, Prentice Pennywise has 2 victory points. You could use victory points kind of like an extra d6 on your rolls. Or you can use them for other things outside the combat. They also, if you sit on them after your day of fighting... what's another use for a victory point? You can automatically succeed a check, except for 1 to gain a victory point. Like if you were forced to make a check, for example.
Yeah, you can.
Or if
spend your
somehow if helpful went down, you have a victory point.
Yeah.
You can also force an opponent to do a victory check
You can say
to make them look
"Do."
bad. Yep.
Yeah.
There are other things, but that's the basic kind of the stuff. Okay, so Prentice basically attacks him in the nether region and then comes back and is in a defensive stance.
Hey, now Sir Prentice's a turn.
Oh, this
That
was the riposte.
Riposte.
He moved and attacked, so he doesn't get his second attack. So you get your 2 attacks.
All right, so AC 23
hits.
I'm not seeing this.
It's
Refresh.
Yeah.
16 damage.
Okay, so you attack him in his shin, kind of below where his shield is. He raised it. You kind of like did a feint, or he did a feint. He raised his shield a little bit, and then you attacked him in his shin, doing 16 damage. He's now hobbling around. 30, 43 damage. He's bloodied.
You are a coward, aren't you? AC 22 on the secondary attack, just rolling fucking bombs. Just
Yeah, he kind
everywhere.
of limped. He limped back where he got hit, which exposed his other leg. This one you slice in on the inner knee.
14 damage.
57 damage. Now his turn. He takes 1 bleed.
And he'll just 5-foot step back to make him have to walk more. Just
he's bleeding all over the ground from that first hit. Fuck
Do you want to
you!
make it, Adam? Do you want to do a swift action demoralize?
Oh yes. We'll do a swift action to demoralize because it's the end of the turn, and I'll spend the panache for that.
Okay, he does
Not
this
gonna
little
run out.
twirl and kind of points his blade at him.
Adam, you don't need to spend panache, just as long as you have panache.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh fuck! I didn't read that right. I'll get
Okay,
the panache.
he gets 10 plus his bab plus his wisdom plus his bravery
31.
bonus. Okay, so I need to do some math here.
Yeah,
31 subtract.
Boogie boogie.
After what just happened to him, he has every right to be scared.
His wisdom's not that great, so it's 17, 19 with his bravery bonus. Minus 1 is 18, 31 is almost like 20 versus 30, so he's demoralized
3
for
rounds.
5.
20
3
versus
rounds.
30.
Yeah.
3 rounds.
Okay. I took off the 1 bleed. He hobbles forward. He's grunting to himself. He's just going to attack Sir Prentice Pennywise. He's power attacking. Okay, so normally he's at 14. Minus 2 for the tower shield. Minus 2 for the power attack. Minus 2 for the demoralized. AC 13.
Okay, now the riposte thing. How does that work when they don't hit?
I think they.
I have to read it. All right, I'll read the thing. When an opponent makes a melee attack against the swashbuckler, you can spend a thing to expend it. Yeah, so he's going to riposte. Because when they're attacking, you get to do the thing. So 29, I riposte.
Okay.
Roll the hit.
Now, if the result. And then we'll stab back. Miss.
Yep. So basically, ting! Again, you tried the same maneuver, but this time he stuck out his shield, so you didn't have a room to step in, and pushed you off of him. He comes in with his own sort of like upper swing with his blade. He's using it like a stabbing weapon. And his secondary attack, let me just see what they were for the beginning one. It was 14
I think
minus
I
6.
have to declare it before he attacks, which means it's the first attack you've done.
8 minus 5. Because it's a secondary. Rolls a nat 1.
Ooh.
He critical fumbles.
Ooh, make that check.
He makes a 42 on the chart.
Chart.
Weapon possibly breaks. Rolled weapon damage and apply to the weapon. Oh no.
With power attack.
1d6 plus
Power
6
attack, and I'm a fighter, and I got the feats, and
plus power
my
attack
non-magic
is
weapon.
minus 2 plus 4. And then I'll subtract the hardness of the weapon, which is 10.
Weapon specialization.
So the weapon has 1 hit point left, I think. It's
Yeah,
either 5 or
it's
10.
It's a
depending
short
on the-
sword, so it's 10 hardness but 5 hit points. So the weapon has the broken condition and 1 hit point left. So I think broken makes it another -2 to attack.
Yep.
Yep. And the crit range is now 20 times 2.
Yep. So basically, he came in to attack you, and you keep on hitting his blade, and you hit it in the same place, and you heard a ka-chink! A little section of his blade came out, and it's now wobbling visibly in its own hilt.
Oh no. He's going to need to hit me with the big shield, I suppose.
I don't think you can shield bash with a tower shield.
No, he can't. That's why he's being a smart
Fuck!
ass.
Fuck you! Die! You know, gladiator.
Oh.
Prentice.
Pretty
Oh, he has to
Prentice,
make
pretty
he has to make a roll.
He has to make a roll.
He
Ooh.
makes it. The crowd
So-
doesn't turn on him, but
Okay, so if the crowd turned on him, Prentice was just going to walk around the arena until he bleeds to death. But he'll attack. He'll attack. 6 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. Oh, AC 19. I think that might be a miss.
that's a miss.
Okay.
Just the tower shield.
I'll use a victory point to add a
Okay.
d6.
Yep.
Okay. Hit.
Pang! He's like, ah! And then you stab at his mouth while he's laughing at you, and his sword is stuck in his cheek.
You need to learn your place. 14.
14 damage. 60. 72. Slice! You give him a wide smile. His tongue is now lolling out of the side of his face, and you exposed all of his teeth. You have a second attack.
Okay. AC 24.
This time you stab into his helmet again, trying to complete the smile out of the other side.
16 damage. This is just gross. This is dirty.
88, I believe
Okay,
he's
seriously.
out. Give me a second. 70, 80, 88, yep. Like,
And again, you took no damage.
Yeah. It's fucking the wizard over here.
24 on the performance check. Woo!
okay, you gain one more victory point. As you down your opponent, and basically everyone's laughing because his head sort of fell back, and it's like both of his cheeks were cut back to the jawline, or back to the jaw joint, and there's blood spurting out everywhere, and he's in the sands bleeding. Kill, 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 kill. That's what happens when you raise your hand to your master, and your master says, "No, we don't want him anymore."
You get fed to the penny pincher. Gladiators dread the penny pincher. They have nightmares about the penny man coming.
Right. How does Prentice Pennywise dispatch his foe?
With great panache.
I think. Well, so he's got a busted sword. I think he's got to make fun of the busted. He's going to use the droopy sword, the droopy broken.
Okay, so he picks up the droopy sword and makes it wiggle, and he's like all like shaking, and everyone's laughing. Then he basically tosses it up into the air. Give me a ranged attack roll.
What's all? 15.
It lands in the sand beside him. Everyone's he gives a shrug.
He's bleeding out, so
Yeah, another couple of damage. Prentice will look at his sword, give it a shake. He gives a nod, like it's okay.
yeah, this one will work. And
He
then
flips
try
it in the air. Give me a ranged attack roll.
Oh,
It's himself.
no, it doesn't.
No,
doesn't
it lands
matter.
to the other side of his head in the sand. Woo! People are like, they're laughing. They're having a fun time with it. You notice the Magister going like this, like fucking get it over with already.
Okay, he'll turn like he did the job, then turn around, pick up the sword, stab the guy, and then walk away.
Okay, yeah, he kicks off the dude's helmet, grabs his good sword, yanks back his hair, and basically slices
Yeah.
Flicks the blood into the sands and walks out with his sword above his head. People are shooting garbage, not because they like Prentice so much. Well, they do, but it's an excuse to throw things at the rich people. Extra guards are called in, and it's after Prentice's match. There were other matches planned, but because the crowd grew so rowdy, like soldiers actually had to be called in to relieve the drunken crowd of their first day of games. When the Magister basically talked to a few of the guards, the Commissar of Games, "All right, you barbarous idiots, that's it. No more games for today. We will reconvene tomorrow at 11. And there's a bunch of fucking booing, and there's drunk assholes everywhere, and guards are flooding into the arena to restore order. You're pretty sure that a few of those drunken assholes might find their way into the city stables, depending on how violent it gets. Phineas is double glad to have been down in the veins, where it's actually quieter, ironically enough. These two they take the sword away from him immediately. They slap him back into chains. They drag him over to the wall and stick him up on a loop in the wall. Woo! Football hoodlums. Yeah, there's lots of things to be inspired by for this game. I realize I'm like, people fucking do crazy things at football matches. Imagine blood sport. how crazy people might act. Yeah, especially if they've been drinking in the warm spring day sun all freaking day. They probably need those laws where, like, by the 7th inning stretch, they no longer serve beer. Yeah.
All right.
You were clapping to Sir Prentice. Do you say anything?
Yeah, well, as he came in, there was a golf clap.
How do you like it? Your master is showing you that he's better than you, also in the arena. Hey, you got any more of that?
When we get back to the Ludus, perhaps. You did quite well today.
I know. The blood was flowing. My heart felt like it was going to beat out of its chest. The crowd. There were thousands of them.
They like you very much.
Of course they do.
I think we should call you Pretty Prentice Pennywise. Because of the way you dance out there. And your hair. Mostly because of your hair.
Doesn't bother me much, but I do hope that these victories have earned me a bath.
I think that can be arranged.
And some whores.
Well,
that can also be arranged.
Wine as well.
Can't have holes without wine.
Ah. I think I'm gonna like my final days. My number days. And he gives a wink in your general direction.
Batman. How are you feeling, Nix? Better?
Snakeman?
Yeah, Lucas, he wasn't power attacking. He couldn't use his feats. He was fatigued. He couldn't charge. He couldn't run. He was missing damage and bonus to hit, and no power attack.
All right, so Prentice Pennywise, we're going to escort him back. There's a contingent. There's a squad of guards from our Ludus outside. They will be our backup.
Ashoka will nod.
Assuming you can bring back these ones without incident.
Yes.
Very good. And they wander off the serious.
Ashoka makes a note to himself to speak to those guards when one of them's off duty.
Yep.
To basically tell them that you're gonna need more guards, cause yeah. You might want to call in some more bros.
Right. They are very careful with his keeping, and now probably even more so.
Well,
And now that you're treating him nice, and they're not allowed to just indiscriminately beat him.
Right.
All right. So yeah, he seems to have restored some of his morale. I'll adjust that in a moment. The games are concluded for the day, and these are all the fights that you guys have signed up for the first 5 days of the games. You can watch the rest if you want, but effectively your money, it takes you that time for your money to come back to you, which may be also your betting money, and you return to your ludus basically victorious after your time here. Let us go to the ludus sheet for a second, and we'll figure out what happens to the others during this 5-day period, and then we will roll to see if there's a random gladiator stable event with each 5-day period. I have been working on a random gladiator table event table.
Oh, golly gee. I really hope a mysterious benefactor shows up and just gives them stuff. Remember, that would be a good random event.
It could be. I have used as inspiration for this all the aspects of the gladiatorial things that we've done so far, plus Pathfinder did do a kingdom building random table. So you could actually roll high and have a city or kingdom level event that may affect what goes on in the politics of the city, like more slaves or an invasion or some crazy
Civil War.
Civil war. Yeah, people are fighting in the streets or whatnot. So, and I think I'm gonna let the chat roll the random event because. Yeah, because they are the random. All right, so let's open up.
What we make for the 6,000 that we
money? Yeah, we'll go through the money earning just in a moment. But you made quite a bit, which you can then spend on your gladiators
plus whatever else,
or your own stables. Now I have
or save for for our annual fee. Right, we still have a chunk of monies that we have to pay every year.
Okay, Prentice Pennywise, if we go to the Gladiator roster and schedule, edit in browser.
Yeah, it's a roll. It's a D.
You don't know what you don't know what it is yet. Let's do this in order. Let's have some sanity to the proceedings, shall we? Let's just make sure that you guys can see. All right. So Sona was doing what this time?
So he was entertaining.
He was entertaining himself on injured reserve. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. His morale is +1. Actually, no. Roll to see how well your entertainment facilities have entertained him. There are 2 people that are doing entertainment or recovering. I guess Akka is actually recovering. So give me the entertainment roll. The DC is 2 successes because Sona's 2nd level.
Oh, I thought we made him being the entertainer, but he can't. So all right, there's 1 success. He's half entertained.
He's half entertained, which doesn't affect his morale or anything like that. He just lounges around and.
Now, does that persist?
Yes.
So, but if we make him do something else, he would just have 1 tick and entertained.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Entertainment 1 out of 2. So he's entertained, but not to the point where anything else can happen. Maybe for 10 days you could have him entertaining. He is on the IR list, so he might be out of the fighting for a little bit. Droll fought. Okay, give me a D6 for Droll.
Okay. Success.
Okay, he's not tired from the fighting. And give me a 3. Actually, it should have been 3d6, but that's fine. Give me a. So he fought a proper level opponent. Okay, give me 3 more d6s.
Pass, fail, fail.
Okay, his morale is at an all-time low.
God damn it. He's gonna fucking commit suicide.
Drain, give me a 2d6.
Fail, fail.
Drain's tired. Like, all this hubbub has made him, like, like fatigued. And then morale for drain. Give me 2d6.
Fail, fail.
Okay, Adam, stop rolling.
Well, I'm
Drain.
just trying to. I know all this is going to need some tweaking, but it looks like we've got like 3 months worth of fixing to do.
Yeah, I know. Shit.
If
Good night,
each,
Cortex.
like if each level is your hit dice in
Yeah.
successes.
Prentice Pennywise. Give me 5 rolls.
5d6?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, boy.
1 success.
1 success, I win.
Okay. He's not more tired, but he's not less tired.
Okay.
And then morale. Give me 5 rolls.
Okay. Oh, damn it. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna stop rolling. Mark, it's your
All
turn.
fails.
All fails.
Okay. Why would he be angry after winning? I think
We're
you're
not
giving him
giving him-
horrors. So basically, you're going to offset. He doesn't like being stuck back into his cell. Is basically what happens, and you may have to like spend some money on him.
Figure out how long, because we got.
Bull, give me 4 rolls, and then
Mark.
4 rolls.
Mark, it's all you,
Actually,
buddy.
it's 5 rolls and 5 rolls.
5 rolls?
Yep, 5d6 for Bull.
Okay,
Success,
2
success.
successes, 3
2
fails.
successes. He's not tired, and then the morale bonus, 5 rolls.
He's 4th level, right?
We don't know where the things are coming from. I think it's coming
Okay.
from the stable numbers.
3
but-
successes?
Yeah, his morale is not. He's not bothered by what has happened. Fleas is training to level. He needs. He's a 1st level dude. You need 1 success, and you've put all of your training points to this.
So 3d6.
3d6 for facilities and a dude. Yep, you need 1 success.
Done.
2 successes.
He levels 3 times.
All right, so you can start leveling Fleas. Fleas is now a 2nd level dude.
Awesome.
Oh, I was adding the wrong column. Akka didn't do anything. He's recovering. Give me your Medicus roll. Your healer.
So 4d6.
Yep.
1 success.
Okay, that gets rid of his fatigue. And then the training for Banu. Oh wait, how many rolls did you?
There was 2 successes, and it would have been 2. The first, if it was, I think it. Vanu. What was Vanu? Vanu was training
Strength.
strength. Okay, so it would have been 2 on Fleas, and that was fail success. So the 1 success for Fleas, and then Vanu has 1 success towards strength.
Okay. So train strength 1 out of 2.
Yeah.
Cool. Czargon isn't here, so not a bad thing. For the masters, Ashoka was betting. You gain 6 talents.
Okay, so 44.
Where is that listed?
It's in wealth.
For the Drace fight, you gained. You guys did the negotiation. Give me 5, and there were 4 of you. Give me an Ashoka-led, dude-assisted gambling roll.
Okay, so that'd be 66. 2 successes.
No, 3 with advantage, so you gain 3 talents from that fight.
Okay.
And then a bonus talent for winning.
Okay.
The bonus talent came from Drace as a thank you for not killing his puppy or his kitty. Like you actually received a note with a little ribbon around the
magic on him.
What's that?
We used magic on them to keep him alive.
And then Prentice Pennywise's fight. Give me a. He had 3 fights. You owe the Magister 3 talents for each of them.
No, for all of them combined.
Yeah.
This guy keeps rewriting this deal the further, because it was not including this for the ranking. We were supposed to figure out how much he was worth per fight.
Oh, I see. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so for these fights, you don't owe anything aside from the Magister you may not make as much money out of these fights. So give me your gambling roll 3 times.
Okay, 4 successes.
No, it's only
and 3 successes.
no, just your dude, not Ashoka.
Oh, sorry.
Ashoka was busy enough setting.
So then
up
it was
other.
1 success, no success, 1 success.
Okay, you gain 2 talents in winnings in addition to the cost of setting up the beyond the cost of setting up the fight. Phineas spent the time basically administering, and Magnus fought. Let's see if Magnus fought to a standstill.
Magnus was a champ in there.
I think Magnus, are you happy with is your morale good right now?
I dropped him. He dropped before I did. So yeah.
Okay, and do you like working for the Ludus?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
alignment of the Ludus is okay. Roll 7 dice, and you're looking for 4 successes.
Alright, there you go.
You like that, don't you?
All right. So Magnus is in good spirits. He's not tired from that fighting and that event. There should have been some more die rolls. I was looking at the wrong column, but that's fine. I'm fine where everything is right now. Okay.
Which rows are the fatigue and morale ones? Because those are the ones we're going to have to buff the fuck out of.
Body and morale.
No. Where we get it, how we calculating the number for that? How many dice we roll?
Oh, your character level. Plus other things.
Okay. The other things, so we know where to put the money in, so that we have the other thing.
So morale, attitude, and alignment. Morale and attitude. Morale is kind of currently what's my mood. Attitude is kind of a more long-term effect. Think of diplomacy. Are you friendly or unfriendly?
Yep.
And alignment is the compatibility of your alignment with the alignment of the Ludus. How many steps away are you? Within 1 step alignment of your Ludus, you're getting a +1 because it's compatible.
So there's nothing we can do to improve those rolls.
Morale you can do with
Gifts.
With gifts, with entertainment, with time off, with rest.
So do it during downtime turns. We use entertainment.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll bold that one.
Yep.
Now the other ones are.
You can change someone's alignment with morality. You could change their religion and get your 5-face god to have Sunday school classes to change their religion.
Religion is how we change alignment.
It can be. You could also have propaganda change alignments.
So that'd be promotion.
No, you may want to create your own category. Right now, your morality is coming from religion.
Okay. And then the last one was
Morale
body.
can also be affected through fights. Like winning fights could also improve your morale.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys rolled like a bunch of shit rolls, like shit rolls upon shit rolls. The medicus can also help the body as opposed to relaxation.
Okay, now just like, I'm sorry, it might be the right time to be going through like numbers and stuff. As they get higher level, it becomes easier for them to pass these because it becomes way harder for us to infect them out of game. Like, you know what I mean, or out of.
Yeah,
context.
they ended up having fights that were beyond their level, so the difficulty for this for some of them was really high. They're
Okay.
tired for being knocked out in the fight against Drace.
Okay.
Pennywise had a grueling number of things, and then your treatment of him didn't get any better right away. So
Okay, so it looks like we need to upgrade our religion and upgrade our entertainment facilities significantly.
but you also made a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we
yeah,
made, like,
we're going to use that money to buy the things to make
We made
bad
what?
stuff go away.
10
which is-
talents?
yes.
Yeah.
No, we made 12 talents.
Ooh.
Okay, I need to add a row that will describe the percent chance of there being a random event this 5-day. There's no upkeep because the upkeep happens either at season end, divide by a certain number, or it might be at a different time. We'll say 5%. Some of the random events aren't that difficult, so we'll say there's a 10% chance of a random event this turn, and it'll keep on going up. So stream, I need a D100, 1 through 10. There is a random gladiator event.
Okay, quick check. Sorry.
Yeah.
Upkeep is once per year, not once per season.
Yeah,
Or
it
is
might be once per season, divide by 4 or something like that.
Okay. I'm just. It's much different if we're planning to be spending 100 something on it versus.
Oh,
Spending...
there are plenty of creditors that will. There's people who will. 43. There's no random event, so the next one will be 20% random event next time. Okay, the next block. Ashoka, Magnus, Phineas. What are you guys spending your time doing?
Ooh, when do we get a chance to upgrade facilities and stuff,
Facilities?
or
If you-
personnel, or
Yeah, so facilities, if you don't want to use it takes time for the facility to upgrade. So there will be a period of time where it won't be available while you're upgrading it. Personnel can be added to. You can also have your masters, if they have the right skill, add to the thing. So Magnus could actually add 4 dice to training if he spent his block training people.
Right. We need to do something with entertainment. We need to do something with whatever we get to make fatigue go away, which
Yep.
that was entertainment.
Yep.
So
So given that we ended a gladiatorial turn, 5 days have gone by in the calendar. Are there any things you want to do around town? Like, are there any specific like role playing things
If I
or
wanted
that
to
sort of thing?
bet,
Yep.
wanted to bet.
You
How
want-
would we do that? Because
So-
there's events going on. There's other
Correct.
Magnus. I have some money that I want to go and bet.
Okay. Magnus the one that's going to be in charge of betting?
His own money.
His own money. He's going out with his
own
own money. Okay. Are you using any particular skills for betting?
I want to use our guy if he's free right now. Because we're not betting. We're not betting on we already did our betting and all our financial stuff within the first 5 days.
In the next 5 days, you could have your guy busy.
Yeah, I'll give him 500 gold.
Okay.
And then Magnus, I'll give him the 500 gold, and then Magnus is gonna go and train the guys.
All right. So Magnus is training.
Yeah. Is there anything else that I can do well?
Magnus could add to security. which may come up in random events.
We're a house of fighters. I mean,
Yeah,
All right, but my question was not what you're doing the next block.